right, Illinois Administrative Code, Illinois Oil and Gas Act Subpartb permit application procedure production wells. 240-200 applicability. Provisions so far apply with the production well subpart with the production wells drilled with the production well and gas well drilled with the water supply with a connection with the enhanced oil recovery part. 210. Application with a permit over the drill with a deep end converter of the production well. No person shall drill with a deep end of the converter of the well production without permit with the department. The application for the permit of the deep end of the converter of the production shall be made with a form prescribed with the department of the application shall be executed with none of the penalty for the perjury, the accomplished with the non-refundable $300 with the required with the bond of subpart O. If the application does not contain all of the required information of the document, the department shall notify the applicant with a writing notification shall be specified additional information in the document necessary with the evaluation. Application shall provide with the applicant with the application with the deemed with the denied with the information document submitted within 60 days of the filing of the date of the notification. Any with the well which permit which is required under the act of the unplugged over the plug well with the well drill with the after with the effective of the date with the act with the no permit have with the previous had been issued is required to be permitted. The application of the permit shall be made with a form prescribed by the department. Application shall be executed with the penalties and with the company with the required bond subpart O. Existing well construction information reported with the Department of Farms applicant made on before August 14th, 1991. No permanent fee required. Applicant made after the date of it has been accompanied with a non-refundable at least the fee of $300 fee for the requirements of provisions act with these rules pertaining to well construction shall not apply. After August 14th, 1991, any unpermitted well which was supported for the mayability deemed operating with a permit subject to the penalties set forth in this act. And that is part 240-210, and we're just going to check and see if we're running. We're running now. Subpart B, contents of application. Application of the permit for the deep and the cover of the production well shall include with the name of the well, location, Illinois, license, land survey with the ILS, registry, profession, with the DBS, with the global position system, latitude, longitude, location with the elevation over the well with the survey of the GPS location will not require with the converter with the deep in the well with the drilled out with the plug hole with the original well location survey for a well permitted under section 240-210D with the GPS location should record with the degree with the decimal, the degree with required up to 6 decimal place for the non-North American datum, the 1983 projection with shall be accurate within 3 feet with the reported GPS location required with the actual with the GPS field, the measure for the not calculated the conversion measurement, map shown with the boundary of leasehold with the enhanced oil recovered through the exact location well proposed with the drill with the deep and with the converted with the outline proposed drilling unit with the location of the producing well with the previously drilled with the drilling unit, location of the offset well with the adjacent of the drilling units, certification under the penalty with the perjury of the applicant with the right with the pursuing with the valid with the specific oil and gas leaks document with the memorandum with the public director with the Indian with the state with the regulation of the drill with an operator with the wells with the land with the formations required with the proposed well set forth in subpart D as statement with the well with the proposed well with the location within the limits of the incorporated with the city, town, with the village, with the consent with the municipal authority with the drilling with the wells required with the certified copy with the official consent with the must be submitted to the name of the address of the drilling contract with the type of the drilling tool with the equipment to be used. If the well located with the over of the active mine with the temporary abandonment of the mine with the undeveloped and the limits of the mine with the coal rights owned by the sum of their lesser leaser under the oil and gas lease with the applicant shall be the subject of the documentation established with the complaint with the 240-1305. If the application of the new drilling located with the undergrass storage field with the section 240-1805C gas storage right with the owner with the sum of the lesser under the oil and gas of the applicant with the sub document with the establishing complaint with the 240-1820 proposed depth of the well with the name of the lowest geographical information formation tested with the statement of the application that has ever well-bound fortitude with the department and safe zone for what well. 240-220. 240-30. Authority of person assigned with the applicant with the permit of the drill with the deep of the converter with the production shall identify with the owner and right with the drill with the operative well with the individual partnerships of cooperation and other entities shall contain with the address with the signature of the owner and operative person with the authorized to sign with such owner. If the owner and operator individual application was assigned with the individual, if the ownership of the partnership applicant signed with the general with the partner owner with the corporation applicant shall be signed with the officer of the corporation with the signature of the owner with the authorized person with the applicant may be signed with the person with the power of the attorney signed with the owner, authorized person with the provided certified copy of the power of attorney on the file with the department and company for the application and with the person with whom permit with the shall be for the permit responsible for the regulatory requirements of it as well. If the applicant corporation chartered with it may authorize corporation engaged with the permanent active with the corporation may be incorporated or authorized to burn business in state of Illinois. If the applicant individual partnerships unincorporated and even not residential Illinois provide with the revocable consent will be issued with the Illinois, if the applicant with the FEAIN, number must be reported with the applicant. 241-221. 242-223. 243-224. 244-225. 245-246. 247-248. 247-249. 250-251. 251-252. 251-253. 251-254. 251-255. 251-256. 251-257. 251-258. 251-259. 251-260. 251-261. 251-262. 251-263. 251-264. 251-265. 251-266. 251-267. 251-268. 251-269. 251-270. 251-271. 251-272. 251-273. 251-274. 251-275. 251-276. 251-277. 251-278. 251-279. 251-280. 251-281. 251-282. 251-283. 251-284. 251-285. 251-286. 251-287. 251-288. 251-289. 251-290. 251-291. 251-292. 251-293. 251-294. 251-295 2.4 Additional requirements for directional drilling. Applicant intent with a deviate with a vertical according with a 24450. The application shall include the map showing with the proposed direction the deviation for both horizontal drill distance being between the end of the well bore with the surface location of the well. 60 days after the completion of the drilling of the well, certified directions for the well must be filed with the department showing the surface location of the well location at the top of the bottom of the producing interval location of the end of the well bore. 250. Issuing over the permit over the drill of the operate. Applicant satisfied with the requirement to act with his part with the department shall issue with the permit shall not be issued if the applicant with a falsified with the other misstate with the information on the relative of the permanent application if the applicant has failed to debate the violation of the act with specified with the final of the administrative decision of the department. 3. With the officer of the director agent with the power of the attorney partner with the applicant with the person with the interest of the applicant with exceed 5% of the was is an officer of the director partner with the agent power with the attorney person and interest exceeding with 5% with another entity with the fail with the debate with the violation act with the specified with the final administrative decision of the department. Applicant was an officer of the director agent with the power of the attorney partner with the person with the interest of exceeding 5% with another entity with the history of the debate with the violation specified with the final administrative decision of the department. 5. With the funds over the expended with the remaining with the ish outstanding from the PRF over the plug well the Subpartb over the applicant with the previous permit with the application and it was an officer of the director agent with the attorney with the power of the interest of exceeding 5% of the permit with the well funding with the expect with the officer of the director of the agent with the power of attorney with the partner applicant with the person interest with the applicant with exceeding 5% of the was for the officer of the director agent power with the attorney with the partner with the person with the interest of 5% of the permittee with the from the experiment or if the applicant with the payment of the annual well fee with the applicant was or an officer of the director agent with the power of the attorney partner with the person with the interest with exceeding 5% of another permittee with the delinquent with the payment over the annual well fee with the officer with the director with the agent with the power with the attorney with the partner applicant with the person interest with the applicant with exceeding 5% of the well was a officer of the director agent with the power with the attorney partner person with the interest with the 5% of the permittee with the delinquent payment over the annual well fees. C. With the permit expired with 1 year of the data issuance unless expected acted upon with the commencement of the drilling with the deep converting opening with the authorized with the permit shall with the continue with the diligence with the not with 2 year with the commencement of the drilling conversion operations at which time the well should be plugged with the production casing with the conversion operation complete with the D with the permits are not transferable prior to the drilling of the well. That was 240, 250. 240-251 revocation of permit to drill. The permit may revoke the permit. The permit failed with the permit condition of the permit was issued. The error of the permit is not complying with the section 240-250B. With the department shall notify the department with the inter and with the promote with the revoke with the permit effective 30 days of the day of the notice hearing with the request for the decorum with the subsection C with the day for the written objection with the permitted revocation filed with the 30 day of the day with the notice of the pre-hearing conference shall be held with the 15 day with the receipt of the request for the hearing. Pre-hearing conference shall be scheduled with an order simplify with the factual legal of the issue with the present with the hearing request receive with the stipulation mention of the fact of the content of the authenticities of the document, exchange the list of the witness of the parties of the intent of the testify with the copy of the document of the party of the intent of the introduce with the evidence of the hearing set with the hearing date with the discover the resolve of the other matters intended with the expedite with the disposition hearing with the question sure with the just conclusion for hearing with the conference with the maybe to help with the telephone conference proceed with the acceptable parties. All of the hearings subparty with the shall be conducted with the department office located in Springfield, Illinois by hearing officer with the designated with the director of the conduct with according to the section article 10 of the Illinois Administrative Procedure Act. If the hearing of the department shall the present evidence of this rule with the determination of subsection A of the permit may be the present evidence contesting with the department determination on subsection A of the hearing officer may administer the oath of affirmation submitting a witness of the without with written permanent of the material of the compel of the tender of the witness of the production of the material of the compel with the discovery of the taken evidence. With the 30 day of the close of the record received of the transcript of the hearing with the department render with the final administrative of the decision with the permanent failure with the request for the hearing in accordance with the subsection C with the reinstate with the permanent with the request of the well to be plugged shall be considered with the waiver of all of the legal rights contempt for the permanent revocation decision upon expiration with the time of the request for the hearing with the department shall issue the final administrative of the decision pursuant to the section 10 of this act. And that was 240-251 revocation of permit well to drill. 255 with the conversion of the production well to with the water well. Production wells be converted with the livestock with the domestic use of the water well required with the permit of the issue of the department with the public well for the production well with the converted livestock with the domestic well use of the water prior to January 1st, 1989 may remain provided with a portion well that extend below with the base of the fresh water plug prior to January 1st, 1989. 240, 260, changing of the well location. No well will be drilled at the location other than specified with the permanent expected is provided in Subpart D. 240-70, application approval of the enhanced recovery injection disposal operation repealed. 2A, duration underground injection well orders repealed. That was Subpart B, permit application procedures for production wells.